The first Catholics arrived in Australia on the First Fleet in 1788. One-tenth of the convicts in Australia were Catholic. Half of them were born in Ireland and a good proportion of them were born in England but of Irish extraction, while the rest were English or Scottish. It wasn't until 1800 that the first priests arrived in the colony as convicts. One of these was James Dixon. By the year 1803, a total of 2,086 Irish convicts, nearly all of them were Catholic, had been transported to Botany Bay. James Dixon was granted permission to say Mass for Catholics of Sydney, Liverpool and Parramatta on Sundays, a practice that continued from 1803 until March 1804. In March 1804 was the Castle Hill Rebellion. It was an attempt by a group of 300 Irish convicts to overthrow British rule in New South Wales and return to Ireland where they could continue to fight for the Irish Republic. The leaders of the rebellion were Philip Cunningham and William Johnson, who were former captains of the United Irishmen's Forces who had been transported for taking part in the Irish Rebellion in 1798 in Ireland, like many of the other convicts. The plan involved 685 convicts at Castle Hill, joining with 1,100 convicts from the Hawkesbury River area, meeting at Constitution Hill in order to march on Parramatta, then Port Jackson. On March 4, 1804, the convicts overpowered the guards at Government Farm at Castle Hill. A fire was lit to alert the other convicts on private farms nearby to join the rebels. This rebellion lasted for 2 days. In 1819, Father John Terry and Father Philip Connolly, Australia's first official priests, arrive in Sydney, almost 31 years after the First Fleet. Father Terry opens the first Catholic school in Parramatta in the year 1819, and in 1822 Father Terry founded the first Catholic school, which was located in Parramatta. In 1820, Father Connolly leaves for Hobart, leaving Father Terry the only priest in mainland Australia. Father Dixon returned to Ireland in 1808. Mass was not legally celebrated again until Father John Terry and Father Philip Connolly arrived in 1820. Their arrival can be regarded as the formal establishment of the Catholic Church in Australia. According to the 1828 census, out of a total Catholic population of about 10,000, there were 374 adults who had been born in Australia and raised in totally lay. The Catholic faith passed on to them despite the absence of priests. The census also shows a white population of 36,598, which includes both free settlers and convicts. Among this population, 25,248 are Protestants and 11,236 are Catholics. Mary MacKillop was a nun born in Melbourne. She left school at the age of 14 and worked as a governess for her uncle and aunt. She taught local poor children and teamed up with a local priest, Father Gillian Tennyson Woods, and opened Australia's first free Catholic school. Together they started the Sisters of St. Joseph's.
Created using Powtoon.